Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, your go-to channel for the hottest political takes and analysis. Today, we are diving deep into a particularly fiery discussion that has set tongue wagging across Nigeria. We are talking about Saeed Ajadi's controversial remark on TVC's Standpoint, where he cast serious doubts on Peter Obi's presidential character, especially in relations to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Ajadi suggests that Obi's past allegiance to Atiku could mean he might never truly lead a presidential ticket, potentially even serving as Atiku's running mate again in 2027. This isn't just about personalities, it is about political strategy, consistency, and the very nature of leadership in Nigeria. Let us watch the clip and then break down what these statements really mean for the future of Nigerian politics. Sit back and take a watch.
The ADC has said that it is not their principle by principle that they like to leave the field open for everyone to play and let the best man emerge as a presidential candidate. Atiku has that's the former vice president, has indicated interest in running. Maybe just him. We know that Peter Obi, of course, wants to run. He was a presidential candidate in 2023 with the Labour Party. Do you think that was the right decision to say everybody go to the field, or they should have zoned it, and that could have been
that's where the chaos is going to start. That's where the house divided against itself will fall. That's where you see people now leaving that party again and going into another party. You see, what is going to happen before 2026? There are a lot of dramas coming up. Is it Atiku that will allow Peter Obi? When Peter Obi says, my boss is calling me, that's why I said, who is the candidate? Who is the presidential character? Is it Peter Obi? Peter Obi have agreed that Atiku is his boss. How can you now be a president? For me, you are not in the league of people or characters that can be president. I've been in politics now 25 years of my life. I should be able to at least depict and know where the table is standing. I've been in opposition most of the time, except the time I was in PDP. And I've been able to see what we were able to do with Oba Rashidi Ladoja. May Almighty Allah give him a good reign and make Ibadan people have a better life and wonderful experience under his reign. When we left PDP in 2010, we had nothing. 3 months, we developed Accord. We were able to have House of Rep. We were able to have almost a governor. We were able to have a House of Assembly. We held the governor to a ransom over a long period of time. 3 months. Why? Because there's consistency of purpose. We had an agenda. But in 2015, there was no agenda. There was no consistency. And I told my Oga at that time, sir, what we did in 2011 was because we were together and we had a focus. If we're not clear about what we're going to do in 2015, we're going to lose. He said, I've started again. I said, well, that's the reality of what is coming. We lost. The day we lost the election, I was in his house 7 a.m. He said, you have come again. I've just finished shaving. I said, but I told you, sir. So because we might be younger, it doesn't mean we don't have brains. It doesn't mean we don't know the way forward. It doesn't mean we don't know how to do things. The people that govern Nigeria
now, Mr. Ajadi, what you're saying now contradicts what you said earlier, because you were saying the fact that you're younger doesn't mean that you do not have brain and how to lead now. Doesn't that also speak for Peter?
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that he calls Atiku his boss, I mean, does that rob him of the ability to lead a nation?
No, he has come out to contest election as the president. Forever he will be known as a contestant to be a president. There's a lot of honor. Why do they? Let me finish.
Doesn't that also speak to good character, to be able to respect someone?
Let me finish. If you are talking about character as a person, I'm not here to talk about Peter Obi, except you want us to make it an issue right now. Peter Obi has served for 8 years. I'm different. I've never served. Wait for me to serve before you can compare. There's no simile. The reason why I'm saying Peter Obi is inconsistent with what he's doing is that he has not remained in one place to govern. We have to see consistency in your policy. The reason why I'm saying I'm younger is because I'm not saying you should not respect your leaders. Okay? As a Yoruba man, if I see my Oba tomorrow, I will prostrate for him because I'm a Yoruba man. That is courtesy, and I'm well trained. This is politics. You left PDP because of a purpose. Why did you leave PDP? You left PDP because you were discerning. You said no to this, not to what Atiku did to you. So what are you joining about now? That's hypocrisy. That's pure hypocrisy. That's not politics.
You think he should never have gone to the ADC in the first place?
What is he doing there? Okay, now if they don't give him the ticket, will he not go to Labour? Let's wait and see now. That's not stability. We need stable character. I was not given ticket in 2011. I had contested Senate in PDP 2006. It doesn't stop me from being consistent with the Accord Party. Loyalty is key. Ask, he's alive, he's our new king. Ask him about me. He gave me House of Rep. I said no. I said I've done fight against Adedubu's son in PDP, and I will not take 4 years without having an impact. But if I'm a senator, I know what I am going to do for Nigerians in 4 years. You will beg me to come and take another position. He said no. And I said, okay, I don't need your House of Rep. Let us give someone else. To prove that I'm popular, we will make this person achieve her own ambitions. And she did. And the next morning I said, sir, have you seen? It's all about performance. Talk is cheap. If you want to govern, do the job. Then you'll be known in history as doing something. Why is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu the president today? Because he had a track record. Because he did something. And it worked. And people believe in him. I believe in him. I'm not in his party, but I believe strongly in him. I worked for him. I didn't have a presidential candidate, but I worked for him. Across the board, as Akogun Akeweji of Yoruba land, I gave him over 1 million votes. 8 states in Nigeria. So what are you talking about? He's our president. We must make him succeed. I'm not a bastard, and Nigerians are not bastards. Let us leave party. Work for him, let him succeed. Then we have a better government.
You're almost agreeing to anti-party activity because you had a presidential candidate.
We did.
You had Professor Ibu as a presidential.
He did not come to Ibadan to come and campaign. Did I know him? I was a candidate of Accord. I was asking Abuja, do we have a presidential candidate? They said no. If he was a presidential candidate, did he know me as a governorship candidate? Let us face reality now. Look, there is no, I forget, Nigeria is key. Nigeria is first. And Nigeria is last. Whatever we do today will become history. And we are going to leave everything in this world. We are not taking a part with you. So it's not a big deal. Face the reality. Do the job.
For those who are...
Saeed Ajadi, speaking on TVC's Standpoint, made some very direct assertion. His primary argument, as we heard, is that Peter Obi lacked what he calls presidential character due to the past statement where Obi reportedly referred to Atiku Abubakar as his boss. Ajadi interprets this as a sign of inconsistency and a subordinate mentality, suggesting that someone who views a peer as a boss cannot independently lead a nation. He elaborates on this by comparing it to his own political journey, highlighting his lengthy experience in opposition politics and how he and his associates like Rashidi Ladoja achieved significant political feats, even holding a governor to ransom in 3 months because they had a clear agenda and consistency of purpose. He lamented that in 2015, there was no such agenda or consistency. Ajadi further criticized what he perceived as a lack of stability in Obi's political affiliation, implying that Obi's movement from one party to another demonstrates a lack of a clear, consistent political ideology or base. He questions why Obi would join the ADC if he wasn't fully committed, hinting that Obi might again switch allegiance if he doesn't get a ticket. He contrasts this with his own loyalty to the Accord Party, even when denied a Senate ticket, emphasizing consistency and loyalty as key leadership traits. Finally, he praises President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's track record, attributing his current success to his past performance and consistent work, something he feels is missing in Peter Obi's political narrative. For Ajadi, talk is cheap, and true leadership is demonstrated through consistent, impactful action, not just rhetoric or transient political movements. He concluded by stressing that Nigeria comes first and that leaders should focus on making history through their work. Now, let's offer my critical take on Saeed Ajadi's perspective. While consistency and loyalty are indeed valued traits in politics, reducing presidential character solely to past subordinate remarks or party hopping might be an oversimplification. Nigerian politics is incredibly fluid, and politicians often move between parties for various strategic reasons, sometimes driven by genuine disagreements over principles, and other times by ambition or regional calculations. The idea that Peter Obi's past reference to Atiku as boss disqualifies him from presidential leadership is quite a strong claim. Many political relationships, especially in Nigeria, involve a blend of mentorship, hierarchy, and strategic alliances. What might seem like a boss subordinate dynamic today could evolve into a competitive one tomorrow. The political landscape is dynamic, and what was true in a past election cycle might not hold for 2027. Furthermore, the argument for stability in party affiliation needs careful examination. Is it more important for a leader to remain steadfast in one party, even if that party's ideology or direction no longer align with their vision, or to move to a platform where they believe they can better serve the people? Many would argue that ideological consistency or a consistent commitment to a particular governance philosophy is more crucial than mere party loyalty. Ajadi's praises for Tinubu's track record is undeniable from his perspective, but it also highlights a generational and experiential divide. Younger politicians, or those relatively new to the presidential arena like Obi in 2023, are often judged differently from established figures with decades in power. Expectations that they must have a long, unbroken record of high-level governance before aspiring the presidency could be seen as a stifling new leadership. Ultimately, what constitutes presidential character is a complex and subjective matter. It is defined by unwavering party loyalty or by a demonstrated capacity for independent thought, problem solving, and inspiring public confidence, regardless of one's past political relationship. These are questions Nigerians will continue to grapple with as we look towards 2027. So, there you have it, a robust debate sparked by Saeed Ajadi on TVC's Standpoint. His comments about Peter Obi's presidential character and his relationship with Atiku certainly ignites discussion about what we truly value in our leaders. Do you agree with Saeed Ajadi's assertion, or do you believe a leader's ability to govern transcend past political allegiances? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist for more insightful political discussions. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Until next time, stay informed and keep the conversation going.